Jesus turned and seeing her, he said, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has made you well." And instantly, the woman was made well. You see, Jesus was on his way to synagogue's leader's house to raise his daughter who has died. When the woman has been suffering from hemorrhage for 12 years, came behind him and touched his cloak. She said to herself, "If I'll only touch his cloak, I'll be made well." In other version, he says, "If I only touch his garment, I'll be well." You see, instantly, the woman got her healing. Why? Because Jesus said, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has made you well." I know day 11 we talk about faith, and we are still talking about the doctrine of faith. Brethren, this means an act of faith allows a person to experience healing. You see, this text that we are talking about, Matthew chapter 9 verse 18 to 22, can also be found in Luke chapter 8 verse 40 to 56 and Mark chapter 5 verse 26 going. You see, Mark 5:26 informs us that this woman had tried many physicians, but none could help her. Luke said the woman has spent a lot of money, possibly all her earnings, and no avail. Her hopes were shattered. Because of this hemorrhage, the woman was ceremonially unclean, as Leviticus chapter 15 verse 25 says. So the woman tried everything in order to be made well, but nothing helped. You see, the woman saw something about Jesus Christ. She knew that was her last hope. She knew if Jesus cannot help her, who else can? Because no man was able to help her. But there was something about Jesus. There was something about Jesus Christ, who is the Son of the living God. And she knew that's where she can get her healing from. You see, the hem refers to a special tassels that the Jews wore on their garments to remind them that they were God's people. You see, it was not Jesus' intention to go and heal the woman. Jesus was going to the synagogue leader's house to heal his daughter, or to raise his daughter, because as the text says, at one point the daughter died. A 12-year-old girl died. So it was not Jesus' intention to come across the woman with the issue of blood or the hemorrhage. So the woman took the opportunity to meet Jesus in a private place. You see, I love the text that Luke laid it out, because the moment that the woman touched Jesus' garment, Jesus felt something. That is why he asked the disciples, "Somebody has touched me." You see, the woman had the courage. She had faith. So that's what Jesus said, your faith has made you well. Brethren, we are talking about the doctrine of faith. We are talking about faith as yesterday we saw it. You see, when you check Mark's account, Jesus forced the woman to give a testimony, for both for her sake and for sake of the synagogue leader. Because the synagogue leader, yes, he had faith, but it was not compared to as the woman. So Jesus encouraged the woman also to strengthen the faith of the synagogue leader. You see, the fact that God has helped others ought to encourage us to trust Him more. We ought not to be so selfish in our praying that we cannot wait on the Lord, knowing He is never late. The woman's faith was almost superstitious, and yet Jesus honored it and healed her. People must touch Christ where they are able, as the woman did, even if they must start at the hem of His garment. This Lent season, take a leap of faith and touch the hem of Him. I know we are living in a modern world. There are so many medicines out there. Some of them can give you side effects. Some of them works. But remember, it's God who gives men's wisdom to make those medicine. So if God is saying, put your trust in Him, He knows what He's talking about. Brethren, I don't know the kind of sickness you are going through. May you have faith in Jesus Christ, because your faith can motivate others to also to come accept Jesus Christ in this Lent season. You see, the woman professed the faith, yet she also took an action. So brethren, faith without action cannot be effective. Faith that does not have works, it cannot be effective. Yes, we may say that we have faith in Christ, but whereby we are not taking action, brethren, it will not work. Faith must be expressed. And as we having faith in God, it draws us closer to Him. As yesterday we heard about having faith in God. And as we have faith in which draw us to God, the healing that we are expecting, brethren, will be possible. I know we all have ailments, one way or the other. Maybe you may be psychologically ill, you may be mentally ill, you may be emotionally ill, you may be physically ill, you may be spiritually ill. We all have illness one way or the other. But one thing I can assure you, if we have faith in Christ, we can be healed. I want to conclude with the MHB 155, the last stanza. Like her, we hope and fears we come to touch thee, if we may. Oh, send us not despairing home, send none on